Brazil, the largest country in South America and the fifth largest in the world, is a nation that stretches across a vast portion of the continent, covering about 8.5 million square kilometers, 3.3 million square miles. With a population of over 210 million people, it is the most populous country in Latin America and the Portuguese-speaking world. Brazil's natural beauty, rich cultural heritage, and economic significance make it one of the most influential nations in both the region and the global stage. Geography and environment. Brazil is known for its diverse geography, which includes the vast Amazon rainforest, the largest tropical rainforest in the world, which accounts for about 60% of Brazil's territory. This rainforest is a crucial global ecosystem, providing oxygen, biodiversity, and playing a significant role in mitigating climate change. Alongside the Amazon, Brazil has a variety of landscapes, from tropical beaches along the Atlantic coast to the semi-arid Sertão region in the northeast, and the fertile plains and savannas of the Central Highlands. The country is bordered by every South American country except Ecuador and Chile, making it a significant geopolitical player in the region. Its borders are characterized by a mix of rivers, mountains, and rainforests. Major rivers like the Amazon, Parana, and São Francisco provide vital transportation routes and are important sources of water, sustenance, and energy for the country. History. Brazil's history is shaped by the influences of indigenous peoples, Portuguese colonization, and the development of a complex society. The indigenous populations of Brazil, which were diverse in language and culture, have lived in the region for thousands of years. When the Portuguese arrived in 1500, led by Pedro Álvares Cabral, Brazil became a colony of Portugal. The Portuguese established sugarcane plantations and exploited African slaves to work on these plantations, marking the beginning of a long and tragic history of slavery. Over 4 million Africans were brought to Brazil during the transatlantic slave trade, and the legacy of this dark period still affects the country today. Brazil gained its independence from Portugal on September 7, 1822, with the help of Dom Pedro I, the son of the King of Portugal. The monarchy lasted until 1889, when Brazil became a republic. In the 20th century, Brazil went through cycles of authoritarian rule and democratic governance, with periods of military dictatorship from 1964 to 1985. Since then, Brazil has transitioned to a democratic system, though political instability and corruption have remained persistent challenges. Economy. Brazil has one of the largest and most diversified economies in the world. It is a global leader in the production of agricultural products, including coffee, soybeans, sugar, and beef. The country's vast natural resources, including minerals like iron ore, bauxite, and oil, contribute to its strong position in the global market. Brazil's industrial sector is well developed, producing goods ranging from automobiles and airplanes to steel and machinery. The country is home to Petrobras, one of the largest oil companies in the world, which has played a major role in its energy sector. Brazil is also a significant player in renewable energy, particularly in the production of ethanol from sugarcane and wind and solar energy. Despite its size and potential, Brazil's economy faces challenges such as high income inequality, a large informal economy, and environmental concerns related to deforestation. Additionally, the country has faced several economic crises, including a recession in the mid-2010s, which has made it difficult to achieve consistent growth. Culture and society. Brazilian culture is a vibrant mix of indigenous, African, European, especially Portuguese, and more recently, Asian and Middle Eastern influences. This blend is reflected in its music, dance, food, and festivals. The country is globally recognized for samba and bossa nova music, which are central to the nation's identity. Carnival, Brazil's annual festival, is one of the largest and most famous in the world, with millions of people taking to the streets in colorful parades, dancing, and celebrating. Brazil's culinary traditions also reflect its cultural diversity. Dishes like feijoada, a hearty stew of beans, pork, and beef, pão de queijo, cheese bread, and acarajé, fried dough filled with shrimp, are just a few examples of the country's rich food heritage. The country is also passionate about sports, with football, soccer, being the most popular. Brazil has won the FIFA World Cup 5 times, more than any other nation, and is home to some of the greatest footballers in history, including Pelé, Zico, and Ronaldo. Brazil is also renowned for its contributions to literature, art, and cinema. Writers like Machado de Assis and Jorge Amado have left a lasting impact on world literature, while Brazilian cinema has gained international recognition, especially with films like City of God and The Hostage. Politics and government. Brazil is a federal republic, with a system of government based on democratic principles. The president is both the head of state and government, and is elected every 4 years. The country has a multi-party system, with several political parties representing a range of ideologies. Brazil's political landscape has been shaped by its complex history, which includes military rule and significant periods of political instability. The country is divided into 26 states and 1 federal district, with each state having its own government. The capital, Brasilia, was specifically designed and constructed in the 1960s to serve as the political center of the country, and it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its modernist architecture. Challenges and future. Despite its vast resources and potential, Brazil faces numerous challenges, including political corruption, income inequality, violence, and deforestation. The Amazon rainforest, in particular, is under threat from illegal logging, mining, and agricultural expansion, which has led to concerns about the environmental and global consequences of its destruction. However, Brazil also has tremendous potential for growth, especially in renewable energy, technology, and sustainable agriculture. The country's future will depend on its ability to address its internal challenges while navigating the complex international landscape. In summary, Brazil is a country of immense diversity, natural beauty, and cultural richness. Its complex history and vibrant society make it a unique and influential force on the global stage, though it must overcome significant challenges to fully realize its potential.